the United States is escalating its military presence in the Middle East, and the message is unmistakable. According to a report from CNN, the U.S. has ordered the aircraft carrier USS Gerald R. to deploy to the region, joining the already positioned USS Abraham Lincoln. That means 2 American carrier strike groups operating in the Middle East at the same time, a rare and highly strategic move. So what's behind it? Tensions between Washington and Iran have been rising again, largely over Tehran's nuclear program and missile development. Negotiations have reportedly stalled, and U.S. officials say the additional carrier presence is meant to increase pressure while keeping all options on the table. President Donald Trump has publicly warned Iran that serious consequences could follow if diplomacy fails. At the same time, he has suggested that a deal is still possible, framing the military buildup as leverage rather than an immediate step toward conflict. But make no mistake, 2 carrier strike groups represent enormous firepower. Each aircraft carrier functions as a floating airbase, capable of launching fighter jets, surveillance aircraft, and strike missions. They're accompanied by guided missile destroyers, cruisers, and submarines, creating layered defense and offensive capability. When the U.S. sends 1 carrier, it's a signal. When it sends 2, it's a statement. Strategically, this deployment increases U.S. operational flexibility across the region, including near the vital Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway through which a significant portion of the world's oil supply passes. Any disruption there would have immediate global economic consequences. From Washington's perspective, the move serves 3 purposes. First, deterrence. A visible show of force is designed to discourage Iran from accelerating nuclear activity or engaging in regional escalation. Second, reassurance. U.S. allies in the Gulf and Israel are watching closely. A dual carrier presence signals commitment to regional security. Third, leverage. Military positioning can strengthen negotiating power during indirect diplomatic talks. Iran, meanwhile, has maintained that its missile program is non-negotiable and has warned that it would respond firmly to any military action. Tehran often frames U.S. deployments as provocative, and such moves can fuel nationalist rhetoric domestically. The key question now is whether this buildup stabilizes the situation or risks miscalculation. History shows that heavy military deployments can either prevent conflict through deterrence or increase the chance of confrontation if tensions spike unexpectedly. Naval encounters, drone activity, or proxy conflicts elsewhere in the region could quickly complicate the situation. For now, U.S. officials emphasize that diplomacy remains open. But with 2 aircraft carriers in place, the message is clear. Washington is preparing for multiple scenarios. The coming weeks will be critical. Will negotiations resume with momentum? Or will this military posture mark the beginning of a more dangerous phase in U.S.-Iran relations? One thing is certain, the presence of 2 American carriers in the Middle East has shifted the strategic balance, and the world is watching closely.